Welcome to my channel Echoes of Coin. What if a simple penny from 1990 sitting in your pocket could actually be worth far more than 1 cent? Hidden mint marks, rare errors, and historical changes make the 1990 Lincoln penny one of the most interesting modern coins collectors search for today. The United States 1-cent coin from 1990 may appear ordinary at first glance. Millions of people handled this coin during everyday transactions, often without giving it a second thought. Yet behind this small copper-colored piece lies a story connected to American history, coin design, economics, and the fascinating world of coin collecting. For collectors and historians alike, the 1990 Lincoln penny represents more than just spare change. It represents continuity, craftsmanship, and the evolving story of American currency. The 1-cent coin, commonly called the penny, has been part of American life for more than 2 centuries. By the time 1990 arrived, the penny had already undergone numerous design changes and material adjustments. The design used on the 1990 penny traces its origins back to 1909, when the Lincoln cent was first introduced. That year marked the 100th anniversary of the birth of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It was the first time an actual historical figure appeared on a circulating U.S. coin, making the Lincoln cent a groundbreaking issue in American numismatic history. The obverse of the 1990 penny features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing to the right. The design was created by sculptor Victor David Brenner, whose initials, VDB, became part of the coin's history. The portrait captures Lincoln's thoughtful expression and dignified posture, symbolizing leadership, unity, and resilience. Above Lincoln's head appears the national motto, "In God We Trust," a phrase that reflects the spiritual heritage often associated with American coinage. To the left of Lincoln's portrait appears the word liberty, while the year 1990 is positioned on the right side. The reverse of the 1990 penny features the classic Lincoln Memorial design. This reverse design was introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The Lincoln Memorial, located in Washington, D.C., stands as one of the most recognizable monuments in the United States. The design shows the structure in remarkable detail, with its columns carefully engraved to represent the real monument. If examined closely, the statue of Abraham Lincoln can actually be seen seated inside the memorial, making this coin one of the few coins in the world to depict the same historical figure on both sides. Above the memorial appears the inscription United States of America, while the phrase E pluribus unum is displayed above the building. This Latin phrase means out of many, one, reflecting the unity of the states forming the nation. At the bottom of the reverse side appears the denomination 1 cent. Together, these elements create a design that remained largely unchanged for decades and became instantly recognizable to generations of Americans. By 1990, the composition of the penny had already undergone a major change due to economic pressures. Earlier pennies were primarily made of copper. However, rising copper prices in the late 20th century made it expensive to produce coins with a high copper content. Beginning in 1982, the United States Mint changed the composition of the penny to a zinc core coated with a thin layer of copper. This meant that the 1990 penny consists of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper plating. This change significantly reduced production costs while maintaining the familiar appearance of the coin. However, it also created an interesting distinction between older copper pennies and newer zinc pennies. Many collectors today separate pennies minted before 1982 from those minted afterward because of this material difference. The 1990 penny was produced at 3 different United States Mint facilities. These included the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. Coins produced at Philadelphia typically do not carry a mint mark, while those from Denver display the letter D. The San Francisco Mint produced proof coins, which bear the mint mark S. Proof coins are specially struck using polished dies and planchets to create coins with a mirror-like finish and sharp details. The Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of pennies in 1990. These coins were intended primarily for everyday circulation. The Denver Mint also produced a large quantity, ensuring that there would be enough pennies for daily transactions across the country. While these coins are common in circulated condition, collectors still search for examples in pristine uncirculated condition, where the original mint luster remains intact. The proof pennies from the San Francisco Mint were never meant for circulation. Instead, they were included in official proof sets sold to collectors. These coins display exceptional detail, and their mirror-like surfaces make them highly desirable among numismatists. Proof coins often remain in excellent condition because they are preserved carefully from the moment they are issued. Although the 1990 penny is generally considered a common coin, certain varieties and mint errors have captured the attention of collectors. Mint errors occur during the coin-making process when something unusual happens. These errors can include double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and other production anomalies. One of the most discussed varieties among collectors is the 1990 No-S proof penny. Normally, proof pennies struck at the San Francisco Mint include the S mint mark. However, a very small number of proof coins were mistakenly produced without this mint mark. Because proof coins are carefully inspected before release, such an error is extremely rare. When discovered, the 1990 No-S proof penny quickly became one of the most valuable modern Lincoln cent errors. Collectors search intensely for these rare varieties because their value can increase dramatically compared to normal coins. While a regular 1990 penny is usually worth only its face value in circulation, rare error coins can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on condition and rarity. Another factor that influences the value of a coin is its condition. Coin collectors use grading systems to evaluate how well a coin has been preserved. Coins in heavily worn condition may show scratches, faded details, and discoloration. On the other hand, coins in mint state condition display sharp details and original luster. Professional grading organizations such as the Professional Coin Grading Service and the Numismatic Guarantee Company evaluate coins and assign them numerical grades. These grades range from poor to perfect mint state. High-grade coins from common years can sometimes be surprisingly valuable because very few coins survive in flawless condition. The 1990 penny also holds interest for collectors who specialize in completing Lincoln cent collections. Some collectors aim to gather one example from every year and mint mark. Others focus on collecting only high-grade coins or unusual varieties. The search for the perfect coin often becomes a lifelong hobby. Beyond its collectible value, the 1990 penny reflects the economic and cultural landscape of the United States at the end of the 20th century. The year 1990 marked a period of technological change, global political shifts, and economic developments. Coins circulating during this time silently witnessed everyday life, passing through countless hands in stores, markets, and banks. For many people, pennies also carry nostalgic value. Children often begin their coin collections with pennies because they are easy to find and inexpensive to keep. Searching through jars of old coins can become an exciting treasure hunt, with the possibility of discovering a rare variety or an old coin from decades past. Over time, discussions have occasionally arisen about whether the United States should eliminate the penny from circulation. Some economists argue that the coin costs more to produce than its face value. Others believe the penny remains an important symbol of American tradition. Despite these debates, the penny continues to circulate and remains deeply rooted in American culture. The phrase, "a penny saved is a penny earned," often attributed to Benjamin Franklin, reflects the long-standing association between pennies and thrift. Even though the coin carries the smallest denomination in American currency, it still symbolizes careful saving and financial responsibility. Today, collectors around the world continue to study and preserve coins like the 1990 Lincoln penny. Numismatics, the study and collection of coins, connects people with history in a tangible way. Every coin represents a piece of the past, a small artifact that traveled through time. The 1990 penny may seem ordinary compared to rare gold coins or historic silver dollars, yet it holds its own unique place in the timeline of American coinage. Its design honors one of the nation's most respected presidents, while its composition reflects economic decisions made by the United States Mint. Collectors searching through rolls of pennies still hope to discover unusual varieties, pristine mint state examples, or even rare errors. Each discovery adds another chapter to the ongoing story of the Lincoln cent. In the end, The 1990 penny reminds us that even the smallest coin can carry a large historical legacy. Whether found in a pocket, a coin jar, or a collector's album, this simple 1-cent coin continues to spark curiosity and appreciation among those who take the time to look closely.